All right, hey guys, this is The Shape speaking. Let me get my sunglasses out of the way, and here I am at the Jaws exhibition. This is what I've been that's what I'm coming here today for. Been a big fan of the Jaws movies for a long time, not just the first one. I really do like the second one. I don't really understand the amount of savage hate it gets, but I do actually like the third one and the fourth one a little bit, although I will admit the fourth one is the lamest one of the bunch, and the third one could have been better. But we're going to go in there, take a look at Jaws the exhibition. I've been wanting to come to this ever since they first mailed me a thing saying they were doing it. Okay, so this here, that's the Jaws statue that used to hang at Universal Studios. Anybody who's a really old guy like me remembers that. You used to walk in the front of Universal, and this thing would be hanging by its tail, facing downward, right next to a small area of water. I believe, if memory serves correctly, it was just past where the Kung Fu Panda show is now. Could be wrong. It's been a long time since this was there. So as I understand it, this was based on the original Bruce mold from the movie. And I'm pretty sure it was Greg Nicotero from K&B who found this thing rotting away in a dumpster somewhere, or a junkyard, and brought back to a shop and had it restored, and now it hangs here. There was actually a whole documentary about his restoring of this thing, but yeah, for those of us who are old enough to have remembered back then in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, when this goes back to the time when Universal Studios wasn't really a regular theme park. The only ride back then was the tour, and the rest of it were some shows. I fondly remember that Conan the Barbarian show they used to have there. But yeah, this is the exact same prop that hung there for decades at Universal, and now it is restored and hanging here in the Academy Awards Museum. Good to see you again, buddy. Is this the actual prop? Apparently, yeah, this is the actual prop. From that legendary first scene in the movie. Yeah. That's the actual buoy Susan Backline grabbed onto in the beginning of that film. I've met Backline a couple of times. She's pretty enthusiastic about how she did that shot.
Well, sir, she must have drowned. Look, I reported to you, didn't I? No, Hartford. I got a Trinity. My folks live in Greenwich. Close to the border, right? Yeah, I'm not. Then I talked to my dad retired. You know Islander? No, never seen. You live in the zone? Come on.
Now this is the underwater camera they were using. I can imagine how heavy this thing must have been to maneuver around. And here I was complaining about how bulky this gimbal is.
After he saw the rough cut of Jaws, and he was laughing about.
Well, that goes back. This is an old backlit arcade game. This is the kind of things they had like after pinball machines and before there was computer video games. And this one appears in Jaws. But I'm old enough to remember stuff like this. There used to be this chain of restaurants called Apple Annie's, which was basically Dave & Buster's for the 70s. And they used to have a ton of these, like Sea Wolf, Killer Shark, and other ones. They all worked mechanically with backlit images on the screen because there was no computer graphics back when they used to make these things. And I believe I'm in somebody's way, so I'll have to move around. But yeah. So if you remember games like this, Michael, get out of the water now. You know, I've always felt that Quint was the real villain of the Jaws movie. Yeah, not so much the shark. Quint is basically Captain Ahab from Moby Dick.
Take a drum of it?
Yes.
Yeah, this is easy.
Interesting. Let's see. I have heard literally hours and hours of discussions about how much trouble they had operating the shark. I know they tested it in fresh water and for some reason never in salt water, so they had all kinds of problems with it. Despite that, Bob Matty, who had come out of retirement to do the shark in Jaws, he's the same guy who did the giant squid in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He actually came back to do all three of the sequels, each one trying to do a better shark than it did before.
Ready? Move the tail too. Why don't you move the tail on the mouth? All right, go. No, that's that one. How they did it.
except I thank everybody very much. And Jeff, all I can do is say, thank you.
I can only echo Mr. Hoyt's sentiments. It's a great honor. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank the Sound Branch Executive Committee who promoted and the Academy Board who voted this Oscar because it is extended to the Sound Effects Commissioner for the first time this honor.
So much Jaws stuff.
To include the sound effects editors at Universal who provided the material and made them education possible.
Oh, I remember this game. I used to advertise it all the time. I don't really recall as a kid any of the ads for the original film, but I do remember seeing a lot of ads for the second film when I was a kid in the 70s. Oh yeah, there's the... Yeah, it was Greg and Darrell. There's the shark from outside at Universal. I remember when this used to be here. That's the state that Nicotero found it in. And there's a picture of it today, and it's right outside there.